Dema anafinywa na msemo mwingine. Who hurt me? Who hurt you? So I look back and I say, okay, where did I go wrong? And I realize here. What did I do wrong? Here. Mimi mtu nishabaya mpaka dem gari unasema nini? Motovio. When these days when I come and tell you don't do that shit, please trust me, I know what I'm saying. Nishanunua mpaka dem gari. Lambistic as fuck. Nishachukua mpaka business. Nikapatia dem, run for me that business. And the way women are horrible at running businesses. Run for me this business. A few weeks back, there's a chick who said when COVID came in, her business went down, and now has gone to her natural state of things, and she's selling her Kodesh. You as a man, what is your natural state? Your natural state is to get out there and hustle and work like a fucking donkey until things get back to the way they're supposed to be. But it was a guy hapo saying, "Betu ni mbaya sana. I don't know what to do." No, you start afresh. Start afresh. You go back to the drawing board. Unasema, okay, hii na hii zimecollapse. Let's start ready. Nifanye nini? I will not die. Hii na hii zimecollapse. My marriage, my relationship, my whatever, everything has collapsed. What do? Start afresh. Afresh. You go back to the drawing board. What am I good at? I'm good at selling. I'm good at podcasting. I'm good at whatever. What am I good at? Space is running out. You seem to be embarrassed. Okay? So your engineer Omolo is sitting on your things. Hey, you're joking. So, women are emotional beings. Okay? Let's just get into it. Women are emotional beings. Men are not. And I'm using those two terms very loosely, yeah? Women and men, very loosely, because now there are women who become men, and there are men who become women. Women are emotional beings. Okay? Now, these emotions, you cannot trust your emotions. Emotions are something, you cannot trust them. You cannot trust love. You cannot trust hate. You cannot trust anger. You cannot trust, happiness. You cannot trust that. All those things are very temporary. Right? And men are not supposed to dwell on the temporary. You dwell on the temporary, you lose your shit. Oh my God, I feel so happy. That's why there have been books written that you don't make decisions when you're happy or when you're angry or when you're sad. Don't make any lifelong decisions. Any promises, don't make any promises when you're happy, angry, or sad. Because when you're happy, you'll make a decision that maybe you're writing a check your ass cannot cash. Now me, Chula is asking, Kibe, kulendaje na hiyo gari ulichukua ama ulitoa sadaka? Bro, naambia ulambistiki yangu ilikuwa on another level. Amuelewi. Not only kununua gari. Si mara moja. Mara ngapi? 2 different women. Mimi sina gari lakini nimenunua ngapi? Look at my fingers before I get tired. Na si kununua peke yake, kupatia mtu do, kumwambia ni how much? Ni how much? Okay. You have to pass. Let me tell you, there's some people who have to pass through some shit to come and explain to others. Come on, Mimi, I do not want to explain to the whole world. I only want to explain to 5 of you why. Only the 5 guys who are going to come out of this and say, shit, what have I done? Now, as we continue, I want to give you a story of this guy from the UK. And I hope Chile is listening, because what she has done to him, is so sad. Now, this is what happened to this guy. This guy goes to the UK. Story. This guy goes to the UK. Hustles like a motherfucker. No, but before he goes to the UK, he hooks up with a chick who's pregnant. The chick is pregnant like 2-3 months. She doesn't want to abort. She's not going down that route because, oh my God, the church, whatever, I don't know. So this guy, he hooks up with this chick. And because he's lambistic as fuck, he decides he's going to help her through the process of getting the child. Because the kadem is cute bado. So naangalia kadem anasema, si ni mtoi tu, mtoi akikam si senya atakuwa tu yangu. So the guy helps the girl and she gets the baby and they start raising the baby and they're raising the kid together. Unasikia mtoi si wake, dem alikuta na huyo msi akiwa na ball. So they're raising the kids together. Very nice. Then the guy hustles. He finds his way to the UK. By hook or by crook, he's in the UK now. And the UK, they are job just like America. Huwezi kosa job huko. Unless when he dwanzi ile kupindukia. So mzee akahustle. Akaangalia akasema, ile kitu yangu nimewacha Kenya, wacha ni hustleie pia. He hustles for his Castro in Kenya. I'm talking about Kenya. He leaves Kenya, goes to the UK, hustles. In 1 year, he hustles for his Castro to come. Remember, they've been raising that kid for a couple of years. Like it's a Chile. So he hustles, the chick comes to the UK. Now they're with the Chile in the UK. Hustles. Gets the chick pregnant. Because now when a chick in the UK or in America, that's the fastest way to get citizenship. When they get pregnant, Gava inakuwa very lenient towards them. The government that doesn't want to fuck around with a pregnant woman. Hey, she's pregnant. All the pregnant women groups will come out. Even Black Lives Matter will come and say, hey, what are you doing? You don't touch pregnant women. So the fastest thing they do is get pregnant. When you get pregnant, the governor now comes on your side. Okay? So now she's pregnant and the governor is on her side. And the governor says, what do you need? And she gets all her papers in order. Even the house now that they're living with the dude is now her digs under her own lease. Ukumbuke Charlie ana papers. Charlie kona hustle demu yake akuje. So now the paper, everything is in her name. She's pregnant. Mtoe amekam. She hustles. Gets that other toy from Kenya. Not she hustles, they hustle. Get the other toy who was in Kenya. Here. Now in the UK. Now si maisha inakanika inaenda vizuri. Now, this lady, once she has her papers, all she has to do is say, this is my husband. Hook him up with the papers, and now they live happily ever after. Oh! Turn to your neighbor and say, oh, it's a lie. Turn to your neighbor and say, it's a lie. It's a lie. Turn to your neighbor and say, that is a fucking lie. Mzee saa hii nataka kumtengeneza t-shirt imeandikwa okoti. Because ile kuokotwa ameokotwa, I have never seen. This is legendary. 3 years he's been waiting for papers. 3 years from his Castro. The one he brought from Kenya. 3 years he's been waiting. Waiting for the Chile to tell him now. So every time he tells the Chile, 3 years, bro, 3 years. She has had her papers for 3 years. She could have hooked him up. All they have to do is go to the lawyer, and the lawyer will draft a paper somewhere. They take it to the governor. The governor gives this guy citizenship. Because now she's a mother of a kid who has been born in the UK, who's a UK citizen. They've managed to bring the other kid who's here, who's 15 years old. Remember, this guy has been with this chick for 15 years now. That girl has grown up knowing that this is dad. And now, the guy is even being accused of wanting to sleep with that 15-year-old. Women, what's wrong with you? So now the guy he's being accused of wanting to sleep with his daughter, what he thought was his daughter, or who he thought was his daughter. Now he's being accused by the Chile. Well, when you want to sleep with this guy? So every time he tells the chick, hey, we need to go to the lawyer and sort out my shit. So it's like, problem with you is, then she brings up this whole new fight. So there's always a fight whenever he mentions that he wants his papers. Emotional men are what? Are women. Mimi Sijawaisky story. This guy told me this story. I was laughing and serious at the same time. And then the guy is just continuing. He's hitting one after the other. I've never seen a man take more lefts in his life. Left. I mean, the left mpaka akarudi pale alikuwa. He needs to go back to being a spam. Because I have never seen. So I'm asking the guy, what are you going to do? He does not even have cards. And a credit card. His whole life, he's living the woman's life. Sai kazi yake ni babysitter. She went, she got a degree. Now she has a degree from the UK. Okay? Now she comes home with a degree, and now she's the one who's earning the real bucks. This guy is just saving small savings up on a pale. Amechukua zile box za viatu. Every now and then I'm like 2 pounds, 3 pounds, and I save, hoping that one day life will become good and he'll take his box and run with it. I saw it to a Makarao once. The cops have already been called on his ass. That's all I'm saying. Woo! Lambistic as fuck! Only dame alimchukua when she had been bomolewa by somebody else, and that guy had done what? Ahudini. Amefanya ile kudak. Ile kudak ya Pastor Muredi. Nakumbuka ile alidak alafu anyway. Let me not get into that. Here he's not a pastor anymore. He's a bishop. Right? Amekama kama mboko na mtoi msaka zama mimi. Aliruka kama Masai. Mimi. Mtoi aje. Then this lambistic nigga comes into her life because he's seen free Pudesh. Says, babe, you know, mimi naweza kuchukua. Ndio nikutoe kwa aibu. Now the guy calls me telling me that she is the one with the problem. Kenovia! Now Kenovia is left in the house. Let's call him Kenovia for lack of a better name. Huh? Kenovia is left in the house. Now kazi yake is to babysit. Now, don't babysit too long because she suspects that you're sleeping with the daughter that you've helped raise. Do you think we are animals or what? Do you think we are uncontrollable animals the way you make us out to sound? Like this guy just, come on, man. This guy took you out of your shit. Lambistic as he was. Because everybody here, no lie, the first teacher that needs to be given is to me. Everybody here has gone through some lambistic shit. Hakuna mwanaume utokea tu hivi anasema mimi mwanaume. You must have gone through some shit. Now this guy is going through that shit. And he's hoping. Now so I asked him, so bro, now that we're talking, let's talk. I do counseling. I like to do counseling. So what's your plan? He says, I'm just hoping for the best. I'm like, are you stupid? Are you stupid? Are you stupid? Can you touch your head? Is there anything inside? Is there anything? You're hoping for the best, like this bitch is stupid. Like she's stupid, she doesn't know what you want. Ati mimi nangoja tu, akisha nipatia mapepa, mimi natoka. 3 years Buddha. 3 years. 3 years every time when I'm sure we need to go to the lawyer and after a reason mnapigana. Women. The level of evilry. Evilry. So, emotional men do stupid things. Stupid things. When you're an emotional man, you do stupid things. These are emotions. Let me tell you the truth. I'm getting to everything. Emotions was meletewa na madhako. All the women around you are the ones who make you emotional. They're the ones who try and trigger that emotional side of you. Unajipata ovyo. Ndio maana hata siku hizi sionangi ball. Juzi nimeona Messi ametoka one club. He's crying. Messi is crying. Every footballer squeezes the first thing. When they win, they lose, they are crying. Hey, hey. What are you crying about, bro? Madem walie, machali walie. What's happening? What, bro, you've moved from one club to the next. How is that a crying moment? How is that a crying moment? Unalia nini? What are you crying? Am I the only one who's so when you become emotional, when you're angry, why are men angry? How can you be angry as a man? How are you going to lead people if you're going to get angry? That's why I was very pissed off at Uhuru Kenyatta the other day, or some time back, when he seemed to be getting angry. And I was like, hey, bro, you're getting angry. Why are you getting angry? You see, when you get angry, your mind stops working the way it's supposed to work based on the training that has been put in there. Because anger replaces everything else. That's why women will get angry and say, I had lost myself. A woman will say she was angry. It's like a demon had possessed her. She was not in her right mind. That's what anger does to you. Now, if you're a man and you find yourself getting angry, you know you're a woman. Because that's what happens to women. And the woman, when she gets angry, it's up to the man to deal with that demon quick, fast. Because if you don't deal with it, then you become part of it. If you don't deal with it, you become part of it. So when women are doing, hey, men are supposed to say, hey, hey. And the demon is supposed to do what? To calm down. Because your demon energy is for calm down, there is hell to pay. But you're not angry. You don't deal with the country angrily. How do you get angry? How do you get worked up? Anybody who has been through, and we're talking about emotions today, anybody who has been through any sort of disciplined forces, the police, the military. I'm talking about Kenya. I don't know about other countries. The police and the military. The one place that utapata matusi mingi kuliko anywhere else is in the police force and in the military. Because the first thing those guys are taught is how to handle your shit, how to get rid of your mother inside you. So ukiingia huko, they abuse the one thing that they know is going to piss you off. The one thing they know that is going to piss you off. And they abuse it until it becomes second nature. Ndio kwa maana hakuna law kaya ku abuse karao. There's no law like that. Where are the lawyers? The cop can't go to the courtroom and say, he abused me. He's going to be told, get the fuck out of here, you puny shit. Cops are supposed to be abused day in, day out. They're supposed to be able to handle yourself better than that. Abuses that mean nothing. But that's how wanaume. Siku hizi hata huwezi ongelesha mwanaume. One word. You've not even abused them. One word. The guy's already calling you toxic. This is so toxic. It's because your mom is residing in your head. And you become a woman. Man, kitambo, we used to fight until the person who has the strongest point goes through. It had nothing to do with tunabembelezana. Tuna fight. Fight until you go through. Is your point better than my point? Yes or no? There was debate club. And the debate club, that's how the parliaments came about. Where men would go into parliament. I don't talk about women. Men would go into parliament. And those days it had nothing to do with dressing. That's why they were all dressed the same way. Because you're not going to floss for anybody. You go in there and you argue your point. And if your point wins the day, your motion passes. There used to be debate club in schools where you'd go debate your point. Ningetaka kuomba hizi vinyangarika zimekaa hii upande wa kushoto. Watuunge wavuke mpaka. Watuunge kwa mjadala unaosema shule za mabweni ni poa kuliko, some shit like that. But these days, man, a man can't even argue a simple argument. Unasikia mwanaume akisema, hey, you know what? Me, I'm out. I can't discuss this. This is too much for me. I'm like, oh, it's too much for you. How are you going to handle a fucking family? How are you going to handle the devil when he comes knocking at your door? If even talking with men is too much, oh my God, I can't believe this is so toxic. How are you going to handle yourself as a man if even a simple argument is already getting you worked up? Kuongea tu. Wanaume kuja talking. You see, a man has already gotten worked up. He started abusing your nyanye. Let me tell you, I should have the right, not the right. I should be able to abuse even your mother, your father, your grandmother. And there's nothing that should be crossing your mind because who are those to you? How many men have fought outside here because their mom was abused? Who gives a shit? You can call my mom whatever the fuck you want to call her. That's your business. But also, remember, niko na matusi pia. So tukishamaliza matusi, then we'll discuss now the real thing. What do we need to talk about? Mother. Oh my God. There's a guy, a friend of mine who died, I think last year. This guy, if you mention his mother, if you mention his mom, he used to get so worked up. If you just mention his mother. Nasayo, he's 2 years older than me. He died at the age of 46. 2 years older than me. He was living with his mom. The most useless human being who's ever walked the earth. Most useless. Now, many of you men have your mothers are holding on to you so for dear life. And right now, your mom is the one who's controlling your life. Your mom is the one who's deciding what you do, how you do it, and what you even say. Now you become just like your mother, emotional being, just walking around. can't help the world. Hasa wamama wamekuwa mamama na baba wamekuwa wamama. Who's going to lead the other? Wanaume siku hizi unawasikia wake scream. Wanaume ndio wana dance TikTok. I remember we had that discussion. Pablo S6 says, yes, Kibe, mothers are a no-go zone. Why are they a no-go zone? Why don't you protect your fathers? Why do you protect your mothers? Why are they a no-go zone? Why do we fear our mothers that much? And nobody can even talk about your mom. Oh my God, you mentioned my mom. Fuck you, man. Not just fuck you. Fuck you and your mother and your nyanyi and your aunties. Now, if you can't handle that, then you should be dead. Life is not easy. Life is not easy. It's not going to be a bed of roses where everything is just going to go the way you want. But these are just people who gave birth to you. They didn't even know you before you came into the picture, did they? But there's nothing that is killing this world faster than men who have become women. And emotional men are nothing but that. Do not listen to the lie that is being propagated right now, that men need to be emotional. That's a lie. It's a lie from the deepest, darkest pits of hell. You're looking at hell through Satan's anus. We are logical beings. Man, you're a logical being. What your work is to look for solution. It's not to sit there and cry. What are you crying about? So after you cry, will a solution have been found? It's okay for men to open up and cry. You've cried, alafu. You wasted a few seconds or a few minutes crying, and then what? And then what? How are you going to build that road? How are you going to build that house? How are you going to get that job? Keep all that shit inside. That shit is supposed to build, not to come out. Every time it comes out, you look pingy as fuck. Unakamsiwa komsi komsa. Hata hatujuangi difference yako na dem. Kuna mse fulani hapa hiyo mtaa yetu anaitwa, I can't remember his name, but this guy, listen to this. This guy is a homo. Okay? Kazi yake ni kwenda kufanya mabash kwa restaurants and clubs. And women gravitate towards him. And he behaves just like a woman. He sees his girlfriends coming in and they scream, "Oh my God, it's a long time since I saw you." And they scream at each other and they hug and they kiss. You as a man able to do that? Lakini, this guy now has been embraced by the whole community. And they propped him up like he's a man. He is not a man. That's a woman inside. You guys remember that ad called Intel Inside? John Kamau says, the only woman I do care about is my daughter. Bro, you're not getting me. Please don't misconstrue, okay? Don't misconstrue what I'm saying. I'm not saying we hate women. We're not hating women. It's not a hate. It's not hate. Men are not supposed to be able to go at like this. Good things are happening like this. Bad things are happening, you're like this. You never change. Because of the nature that is inside you. And that's the nature of the man. That's the nature of building, correcting, asserting. It's not crying and, this emotional shit that nobody wants to deal with. Now, if you're a man, you come and start crying to me. How am I supposed to deal with that? How am I supposed to deal with that? You are unable to deal with your issues. How am I supposed to deal with that as a man? Now, me, kama mwanaume kukuja kwangu, unapatia there are many people who send me inboxes. A whole paragraph of shit. I'm like, I can't read that shit. What do you want? Straight up. What do you want? And if it's something that aligns with what I want, then we're in business. There are a lot of people who come to me, and maybe that guy's a designer. I look at his designs, and I'm like, hey, can we do business? There's a lady. She was my employee. Now she started her own company for doing publishing books. The other day, she comes and tells me, hey, Gibe, I want us to do a book. I was like, this is an email I can read. Okay, because I've been thinking about doing a book. Unaelewa? But ukikuja uniambia budako na dedi, madhako na dedi, zile nguruwe mlikuwa nazo zilibiwa na sijui nani, your child has, I don't care. I don't care. You're going to die before I do anything for you. Okay? Because I'm not emotional. I'm thinking logically. So I don't know you. Why the fuck would I be worried about how you're going to live your life? I don't know you. Why are you coming to try to appeal to something that does not exist in me? Trying to awaken my emotions. You know, Buddha, tusaidie tu mimi na wife, tutakufa leo kufeni. Die. Today is the day you die. Just send us, hata kama ni 200, tutakufa, hatujakula kitu siku sita. Die. So, apparently, you still have a phone. You still have internet. You still have electricity because that phone is charged. And you can type. Meaning you're not dead yet. When the day you die is the day I'll not hear from you. The day you die is the day I'll not hear from you. Now that day I can celebrate. And I'll have a drink and I'll tip my hat to you and say, a man died today. But this emotional shit, it has no value in the manosphere. Let's use that word today. When men are out there in the playground, and I keep talking about the playground, in the playground, when men are out there in the playground, we don't give a shit about how you feel. Bro, wacha nikwambie, ungekuwa hiyo ball ni yako. I don't know, men, I hope you're listening to me. There are like 5 of you. If the ball was yours when you were playing football, if the ball was yours, woe unto you, upigwe chobo. Nasema mnacheza chobo ngoto. Woe unto you if the ball is yours, wewe upigwe chobo. All the boys who hate you, all the people who feel that you are not fair with the ball, oh my God, they release their anger, or not anger, they just release on you. Woe unto you. They don't give a shit. It didn't matter who you are. If you are the bully, as long as your ball imepita katikati ya miguu, it's a wrap. Asa, mnakuja hapa sasa, you want us to be so emotional on the internet. Oh my God, that is fat shaming. No. You are fat. You are the goalie. You had no shingo. You are called whatever it is. You had machos in a kaiv, unaitwa machos kunde. Whatever it is that is wrong with you, men do not fuck around. But now we become so oversensitive because now we become emotional. Now men are being taught, and I've seen some men teaching other men that it is okay to cry. What do you mean it is okay to cry? As a man, how is that crying helping me? What is the solution after that? Beyond that, what's the crying helping me? Ushaona dema kilia, na dema analia, machozi. And then 2 seconds later, she's going to be laughing. And you're like, what the fuck happened here? Or 2 seconds later, you guys are fucking. I'm like, what? You are just crying. I thought you were dying, because crying is... But once you get to understand that crying means nothing, then you realize even for women, it means nothing. It's a defense mechanism. It's like screaming. That's why men are not supposed to scream, because you're supposed to be able to defend yourself. But women are being given that shrill voice for them to scream and defend, for defense mechanism. I've talked too much. Let me say hi to a few people. Robert SFBC ameingia kituo vibaya sana na badge. Bull I am as usual. Hey Bull. How is Canada? This guy finally manned up and decided to take charge of his life. Went to Canada and has made a life of himself, man. Fantastic. You did a good job, bro. Bernard Rogers, asante sana. I don't know what question you're asking me, Bernard. If you can ask it right now, I will answer it. Proud Malian. Is it the first time I'm seeing you? No. Fran Miwas, as usual, you're here. Rose Kiptoon. This is the first time I'm seeing you. Ian Ayos. Or Ian Ois. Asante kwa hizo badges. Steve Maroa. Asante. Watson ameongeza. Asante sana. Financials 254. Thank you very much. Obingo Fere. I talked about you. Jero Koyo, Joshua Muchui, asante sana, naona mnaongeza tu. Thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you. Nimesema wale wanatuma nini. Proud Malian says, me, I'm the original lambistic. Man. Men, listen to me, man. The women will lie to you that being emotional is a good thing, but they do not like emotional men. They'll take you and they'll hang out with you. And then you'll find these emotional bitches will go and even propose to a woman, and then that woman will leave you kneeling down because she's like, bro, I thought you were just my friend. Ama mnafikiri friend zone wani nini? Mnafikiri mnaingizwa friend zone at the speed of light juu ya nini? That's how you get into the friend zone, when you become that person, when you become an emotional person. You want to cry, you want to laugh, you men do things in moderation. Moderation. Ndizo wahenga walisema palipo wazee hapaharibiki neno. Wazee si wanawake, wazee ni wanaume. Women can scream all they want. But men, there was no screaming. There used to be a hierarchy. And things are always calm. It doesn't matter what is happening. You guys, a typhoon could be coming. Hey, relax. What's up? Nanga S says lies. Kelvin Kelv says alpha males only high value men. I don't know where you guys got that high value. There's man and then there's woman. There's man and then there's woman. Now that's why we say use the word lambistic, because lambistic is for the men who are behaving like women. Men who are behaving like women. You are unatuonesha traits za kimadha. Traits zenye wanaume hatupendi ama hazifai kuwa hapa. They're not supposed to be inside a man. Let me say hi to a couple of people. Naona mmekuja wengi sana. Women hate emotional men. That's true. Women hate weak emotional men. And if women were to be honest with you, they hate it. Because sasa ukienda kwa our president Uhuru Kenyatta, he stood in front of people. This was one of the weakest moments the country has ever seen. We have had some weak moments. This was one of the weakest moments. He stood in front of people and said, "Mnataka nifanye nini?" I think that's why our country just went into chaos. He had a handle on it before, but the day he said, "Mnataka nifanye nini?" everybody was like, "Oh shit. Oh shit." The man we're waiting on has no solutions. Nikawa baba yenu aingia kwa nyumba aseme hatuna chakula, aseme mnataka nifanye? Hey bro, hata niende huko nje nikauza rasa. Oh, sound. Whenever I do this, it's puny people. Kuna watu wengine uitisha kuwa kwa live na yuko ready. Ek minute. I'll be back. Okay? Lambistic as